When I first start to learn Qi Men Dun Jia, my very beginning intention is to help my businesses because my businesses has been in a roller coaster ride for 30 years. And apparently, after I learned Qi Men Dun Jia, it helps me to a certain extent, but I was very uh, not so happy about the accuracy. I mean, in terms of accuracy, it was about probably around 70% plus minus or so, depending on the context and the kind of question that you ask and how discipline you use in the Qi Men Dun Jia itself. So at that point of time, I was using Qi Men Dun Jia to make investment decision, partnership decision, and a lot of other hiring processes. So it helps me to a certain degree in terms of able to make things better in terms of profitability, in terms of sales, and getting better partners, business partners, or these employees. So much so is that as I progress further, I find that this tool itself is quite powerful, but not perfect. You see, not perfect. So being not perfect itself, I spent over 2 years to kind of filter those things that are good and get rid of those things that are not good. So in the Chinese metaphysics system, it's like whatever that you learn from the so-called ancient historical history itself, it's not perfect. And it may not be applicable in the current context. So I spent 2 years to research, backtest, and actual test on case studies so that we'll be able to filter out those information, the data point, and formulas that are workable in this aspect. And then from there, I formulate the complete syllabus so that I'm able to use it and I test it to many people, including myself and my other businesses. And from there, it helps me to make things work. So after that, I decided, hey, this particular tool is very powerful. That's why when I start to teach Qi Men Dun Jia, I willing to share all my knowledges, all my expertise, all my formulas to the public so that they can use it not just for businesses, but for relationship, for health, for jobs, for this marriages, so on and so forth. So it actually helps you in many aspects of your life in terms of decision making, finding the right person, coordinate with the right partner, supplier, customer, so on and so forth. So it's actually a very vast kind of tool that helps you. But of course, end of the day, you have to depend on the system and rely on the system to be very firm in what you are doing. Because a lot of things that we have in our life, if we just use it casually, we don't put focus on it, we don't put effort on it, we don't do research on it, then eventually it will fail. So whoever that is in this learning Qi Men Dun Jia, or perhaps next time you're going to learn Qi Men Dun Jia, I would urge you to put your effort, put your time into it, to devote into it so that you can actually get the best of the whole system. And from this system itself, I also want to urge that this system technically is not perfect. Why I say technically it's not perfect is because the system can tell you what to do, tell you all the information that's available, but our human action will sometimes override it. Which means that if the system tells you, hey, this particular investment or this particular person, you should not be going into it, but in your mind, you already decided you want to go ahead with it, then the system cannot help you. It's you override the system. You see? So anyhow, this Chinese metaphysics under Qi Men Dun Jia is the top 3 metaphysics in China. And of course, it was being told that there's a lot of history behind it, where they call it the 九天玄女 or the 蚩尤 or whichever. All this easily, some say 3,000 years of history, some say 5,000 years of history, actually does not matter. What matters is whatever formula that I have formulated for you will be able to be applicable as long as you follow the step-by-step method. Okay, step by step. Once you're able to follow it, you try it, you test it, and then from there, you're able to see whether it really works for you. Okay, so try it out and you see how is it going to help you in your life.